Hi YouTube, I'm Yogi, sitting in for Tasha on Tasha's Fandom 13. Today we're going to be talking about Hera's Heroes, which is Season 3, Episode 5 from Star Wars Rebels. Which is a nice little head nod to Hogan's Heroes, a World War II era comedy about POWs and Germans. That's not a good summary of the show, but we're here for the Rebels. This episode is driven by a family theme and gives us more answers to questions to characters' backgrounds. Hey YouTube, sorry if I keep looking down at the screen here. This might be your first time with Tasha's Fandom, but I just want you to know it's mine too. So please bear with me. First off, I gotta say I love how they started this. Right off the bat, we're dropped into a chase scene between two Twi'leks and Imperial forces. But who is getting chased is what had me open-mouthed and squinty-eyed. Yeah, it's Cham Syndulla from the Clone Wars, and we're almost instantly informed that it's Hera's dad. And wow, I mean, that's just a great tie-in. I love the Clone Wars series. I really couldn't get enough of it. It was sad to see it go. It really was. But, I mean, I love how this is tied in because they're so chronologically close together. It's awesome. It's finally getting to see the old characters again from the Clone Wars and getting to see the new characters all in the same world because they're so damn close. And it's the same world. Small world, after all. For those of us who watched the Clone Wars, Cham was hesitant in receiving help from the Republic during the Clone Wars, because he feared the Republic would eventually be an occupying force. Mace Windu at the time said that it was cool though, so we all went along with it, because it's Mace freaking Windu. But lo and behold, the Republic becomes the Empire, and now an occupying force, and Cham has to step up again and try to save his people. So after Cham is rescued by Hera, Hera learns that her family's priceless heirloom, a Calicori, Calicori is now in the possession of the occupying Imperial troops that are literally occupying her home, that being her actual home where she lived in. To the Twi'lek, the Calicori is sacred, and she is dead to rights set on retrieving it. In a classic Jedi/Rebel move, Ezra and Chopper accompany her on this endeavor, and the two set off. This takes us to the cool part. Right up against the wall of the Syndulla compound yard is sitting a crashed Y-Wing fighter from the Clone Wars, and Chopper's just staring at it. Turns out, that was Chopper's old ship, and Hera was the one who rescued him from the flames and brought him back from droid death. And he is just staring at it, in a mystified reflection, which really chimes in on something we've all known. Droids have feelings and emotions. From R2's friendship to C-3PO's constant fear of death/dismemberment, we learn that these droids are alive in most every sense of the word. Kind of makes you wonder if there is a droid uprising in the future. I think this is a pivotal moment for the droid, though, and I'll get back to this in a moment. So, we're at the Syndullas, looking at the artwork, grabbing Calicori, wrapping up the mission, and bam! Guess who? THRAWN. THRAWN. THRAWN? THRAWN. THRAWN! This is where we, who haven't kept up with the now defunct EU, would learn of THRAWN's greatest strength: knowledge. He deeply analyzes his enemy, and not just the tactics, he gets right down to the culture, breaking down his prey to the very basics of what makes it what, and he does this quickly. As we can see when he's faced with what identified as a servant with a Calicori in the former home of the Ralothian rebel Cham, he brings her straight to the only picture in the house of her that we've seen and pushes her to reveal herself by hitting her warrior ego. Not only that, without hesitation, shoots the elephant in the room, an out-of-place scout trooper, deducing that she didn't arrive alone and pinning Ezra as exactly who he was, a rebel spy. I have to add, there's a good scene following this reveal in which behind closed doors, THRAWN loses his cool and manhandles an Imperial captain. Nothing violent occurs, but we can see underneath this calm, cool, and calculating exterior is an erupting volcano ready to blow, just below the surface. Moving forward, the captured Ezra and Hera are set up for a prisoner exchange with Cham, which isn't a bad one either when it comes to deals. Basically a 2-for-1 sale, which is not like the Empire. So you've got to ask yourself, would they have really gotten away with it if things had ended up the way they did? Or would it have chimed back on the previous episode of focusing on the bigger picture? Personally, I'm siding with bloody carnage solely because I'm sadistic like that. Backing it up to Chopper, remember he just had this solemn moment of reflection and something has turned up inside of him. While Hera and Ezra are captured, he's reached inside himself and grabbed the fortitude necessary to spring them out. However, escape wasn't on Hera's mind, but rather sabotage. Taking advantage of the situation, Chopper almost gleefully ran around the compound, setting thermal charges around like ornaments on a Christmas tree. During the exchange, Hera signaled Chopper and goodbye Casa de Sandula. Hey, if you're going to end something, why not end it with a bang? And that's what we're talking about here. Family and what's in front of you. Like the Jedi, Hera's grown to see attachments to material things as a temporary need. But as long as a memory is with you, it will live on. Another way to view the takeaway from this ending is sometimes you have to let go of the past to make room for the future. Take your pick on it. So, what are your thoughts on this one? Did I miss something? Is there an Easter egg you want to talk about? Is there a subtle nuance you want to talk about? Let us know in the comments below. Click like if you like this one. If you want to see more, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you want to hear more about something else, please let us know in the comments below again. And you guys have a good one. Once again, this is Yogi for Tasha's Fandom 13. Laters.